Pikachu, I choose you. Ah, those were the days. Handheld gaming. We've gone off on a bit of a tangent, all jokes aside. Prior to everyone's consoles and sitting in front of a television, we had handheld systems. Not in the way of a Neo Geo Pocket, Bandai Wonder Swan, and of course the old Nintendo Game Boy, and what people, as I was demonstrating before, playing the Nintendo DS. We had LCD gaming. What that comprised of was a small system, which I'm going to show you in a second, as opposed to all the illustrious, bright, beautiful graphics we've got on the screens and handheld these days. We had basically static images, all in liquid crystal. Basically, they just illuminate and move one frame at a time with bleeps and bloops. It was a very basic form of gaming. It changed the world of going to the toilet forever. Sure, you used to read the newspaper, but in the early 80s, you went to go take a dump with your Nintendo Game & Watch. Let's check some out, guys. Donkey Kong, one of my all-time favourites. Dual screen, fantastic little system. Opens up like that. Basically, you've got your world famous D-pad, which was Nintendo was famous for. Game A, Game B, time just at the time, and all your alarms and all that sort of crap. Jump button, jump, jump, jump. Difference between Game A and Game B. I think Game A was generally sort of an easier sort of one. Started off a lot slower, whereas Game B was a little bit harder. So yeah, fantastic little system we've got here by good old Nintendo just after they were doing their card games. So what we'll do now is take a step back in time and go see what Jumpman was up to back in the day. Jumping the barrels, much like the arcade version. The point of this one's to get all the way up to the top. You're going down, DK. Donkey Kong 2, on the other hand, wasn't a direct sequel. It actually featured Donkey Kong Jr. as the main protagonist, trying to save his old man. Whereas the first one was Mario trying to kind of kill Donkey Kong, I guess, by making him fall off a platform into the industrial land below. This one was Donkey Kong Jr. trying to save his old man, who'd been most likely probably caught by Mario, because he was good for doing that sort of stuff. So let's check out a bit of Donkey Kong 2. Now the problem with this one, my top screen has lost a bit of the LCD. This happens on occasion. As you notice, if I jump down from here, I disappear, which makes it very hard to play. Can't unlock the keys, and you're going to rescue Dad, so that's awesome. And back down, rinse and repeat. I'm gonna save you, Dad. All the way back down the bottom, and keep going. Now the awesome thing about these is they got faster and faster. So look, this doesn't look like much of a challenge now. Well, timing was off with that one, but they got faster and faster and faster as you progressed, and made it an awesome challenge, and great for school battles. So yeah, great little title. Also, a couple of years later, they released these little keychains to honour the good old Game & Watch. Then the market was flooded with a lot of LCD games like this 154-in-1 brick game. It may sound terrible, but it's a lot of fun. This is a game from Bandai, which is a bit of a boxing training sim. So you train with your coach and you get ready for the big fight at hand. This is one of the more generic sort of ones. My mum actually got this one for me when I was a little kid and I was homesick. Don't you love it how your mum used to do that? You'd feel like shit, you'd be staying home and mum comes home with an awesome gift. I think, I don't know how much it would cost back in the day, pretty cheap. These were a dime a dozen back in the day. There was all your sort of Space Invaders type of games, but yeah, these ones are definitely great. Still, even though they're not the brand names of, say, Nintendo and whatnot. And might just reset that. Whole point of this one is to go down here into the middle. Watch out for don't get hit by the cans. You got to get that key in the middle. Come on, key. I'm gonna get dead. Oh, now the guy's shooting at me. Get the key, bang, into your little cave, and that's where you're happy. As you progress, obviously it gets faster and faster and faster. Now, the cave changed a little bit later in later levels, which doesn't really change up the gameplay. It's kind of the same sort of thing, but still quite fun nonetheless. Let's get killed by a lion. Damn. Ooh, now that's a piece of sexuality. That's Simon's Quest made by Tiger Electronics. Tiger was actually pretty big in the old days. They actually had a couple of decent licenses like Double Dragon, I think NBA Jam, God, all sorts of stuff. I think they've even got a Mega Man 2 and a Mega Man 3 LCD game. But me being an unashamedly huge Castlevania fan, I had to pick up the old Simon's Quest. I remember playing this as a kid. I only just picked it up quite recently. I remember playing, my friend had it, and he also had Double Dragon as well. So when I saw this on eBay for a really, really cheap price, I was just like, you know what? God damn it, I want that freaking game. So let's check out a bit of Simon's Quest. Now I'm going to be absolute balls in playing this, so let's give it a shot. You know, the controls are ridiculously hard. Actually, come on, start. There we go, there's Simon. Yes, look that way, jump, you fool, and whip it good. So anyway, you walk forward, so you come across bats, which you can whip, skeletons, all that sort of stuff. So, yes, I'm sucking at this game. Jump, you fool. There we go. And there's just so much shit going on. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know how I used to play this as a kid. I'm thoroughly confused. With him in the nutsack, that usually gets him going. Man, I think I'm just getting my ass punched off. So, that's Simon Quest, guys. Bandai Electronics actually said they were, Bandai Electronics, Tiger Electronics are also very, very famous for their... I'm pretty sure they did the Tamagotchis. Correct me if I'm wrong, which are a massively popular LCD thing as well. I did have a Tamagotchi at one point. Got rid of it because my friends would probably tease me for it, which they probably do anyway. But yeah, it was. They also did the Tamagotchis, and they also did Furbies as well. Also, they did the R-Zone, which is released only in the States, as far as I'm aware, which is also done by Tiger, which was an LCD-based headset thingamajiggy. Google that one, guys. I'm actually trying to source one at the moment, so if anyone's got a Tiger R-Zone, hit me up. As opposed to the LCD games that were released by Nintendo Game & Watch and numerous thousands of other companies at the time, you also had these ones as well, which were certain different companies made. It's like Epoch, a few others. Game & Watch, or Nintendo actually made a few of the tabletops, where the graphics actually light up or are illuminated, so to speak, and very, very popular. If you guys can get your hands on a tabletop or a panorama screen these days, or even some of these older ones, like say this is Pac-Man 2. Pretty sure there's an Epoch one which is done, which is Pac-Man 1. It's actually the shape of a Pac-Man head to a certain degree. Very, very sought after, very, very expensive. Don't have many in my collection, unfortunately. I'd love to have a tabletop, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to settle for this. So let's check this one out. Let's have a look at this beast that I was just playing just then. It's remember the old Colecovision? Coleco actually made this one if you look at it right here. Yeah, What? This thing didn't come with instructions, so I'm going to try pressing straight arrow with the number 3. What?
Ass!
Wonderful, I just fucking died. Anyway, what we're going to go into now, I've got a couple of videos that were sent over from one of my fellow colleagues over at Console Donation. He actually is looking at the, I think it's the VTech systems, which is basically like your Game & Watch systems, which had like a clamshell sort of screen which you open up, whereas the normal Game & Watch double screen actually had 2 screens. This shit had 3. Putting a whole new twist on things, so definitely awesome little machine. And as soon as I've been watching these videos, I've been going, who do you think's I want to buy one of those? So let's have a look at those.